Hello, welcome to my home lab. In this video, I continue with the Java Hello World Docker app. Make the code available on GitHub. We start on the GitHub website. See, I have a couple of repositories from previous videos. I open Visual Studio Code, create a remote connection, connect current window to host, to our Fedora server. You see it's opening the remote and we are connected. I go to Explorer, open folder. You see we are at the home folder, programming, Java, Java Hello World, an app from a previous video. Select it, OK. See, we have two files, a Java file and a Docker file, to create a Docker container from this Java file. First thing we do is to push everything to GitHub, but we don't have a repository yet. So we go to source control, publish to GitHub. You see the name, Java Hello World. You can change that if you want, but for me that's okay. And you have the choice between a private repository or a public repository. In my case, I use the public. Then you select the files you wish to include in the repository, the Docker file and the test.java. To select it, OK. And the repository is created. You see, we have here pop-up, successfully published the Java Hello World repository to GitHub. Open GitHub, and you see Java Hello World. Open it, and you have Docker file and test.java. Now we're going to create a new branch. See, we have only main. I'm going to create a new branch, change the code, and then we merge the new branch with the main. If that happens, we're going to create an action and push the Docker image to the GitHub repository. We go back to Visual Studio Code. We go to containers, and you see here, don't have no containers, no images, but we have two registries. The DockerHub, that's the default, with an account. That's from a previous video. And we have the GitHub repository, also with Python hello from my homelab image. So it's the point, if we change the code, push it to GitHub to the main branch, automatically an image going to be created and pushed to the GitHub and DockerHub registries. I'm going to do that all in Visual Studio Code. You see, therefore, I have a couple of extensions. The first I show you already, containers. You have also GitHub Actions. But you have no workflows, nothing. We need to configure that. We open our folder again, create a new branch. I call it test, but You can call it whatever you want. Enter. You see, down here, we have test. Publish branch. So we publish the test branch to GitHub. Okay, synchronized. If we open the browser, we refresh, open branches, you see we have test branch with also the Docker file and the test Java file. But if we open that, it's not changed. Nothing has happened. We go back to Visual Studio Code and we change a little bit from the code. We do, we're gonna add a new print to the console, remove that, and create a line below the start Java hello world. We have one unsaved file, so we do Control S, save it, okay. Once it's saved, we have an uncommitted test.java. I give the message update test.java, commit it, and sync it. It's okay. Back to GitHub, refresh, and you see we have our new line. If we go to the main branch, here nothing has happened. So the change is only at the test branch. You see it here. The next step is to create secure user and passwords. We also have to create a token to access the repository. Show you that. Go to repositories and we have here packages. See that? We have one package from a previous video, Python hello from my home lab. At the end of this video, we're going to create a second package with the image from our Docker container. The next step is to create an access token. Therefore, we go to our account, settings, all the left, all down, developer settings, personal access token, token classic. Click on it and you see we have a token from a previous video, but we're going to create a new one. Create new token, generate new token classic, click on it, you give it a name, Java hello world token. So it's a token for our Java hello world app. Expiration date 7 days. So that means if the video is online, the token is no more valid. So you have to create a new one yourself. Then we need to activate write packages. Okay, the read is automatically, and delete packages. These two scopes you have to activate. Down, generate token. You see here we have the token. You see, make sure to copy your personal access token now. You won't be able to see it again. So if you refresh the page, the token is gone and you cannot access no more. So we copy it. I open text and I paste it. You see it here. I have pasted to save it for future use. Put it beside. And we can go back to our repositories. Java hello world. And voila. The next step is to create a couple of securities. Therefore, go to settings. Inside our repository, you have settings here, but also you have settings here. It's this one we need now. Settings, down, secrets and variables. Open it, actions. You click on it. You have here new repository secrets. Here we create a secret username and a secret access token. Click on it. You give it a name. Docker GitHub username. My username. Add secret. Okay. Down. You have here username. Add a new. Again, Docker access token. And we paste the token we created before. So I copy it, copy, side, and paste it here. And voila. Add secret. So we have two secrets, Docker GitHub access token and Docker GitHub username. We're going to need that if we create our action in a minute. The next step is to create an action. You see here actions. You can create it here. You have templates for Docker image, publish Java, many templates, but we're going to create ourselves. But we're not going to do it here. But we're going to do it in Visual Studio Code. Therefore, we go back to Visual Studio Code. Go to our Explorer. First, we have to change the branch. We go to main branch because actions only work properly if they are on the main branch. Then we create a new folder, .GitHub. Okay. Again, new folder, workflows. Workflow. Enter. And now create a new file. And the name, you can choose whatever you want. I call it Docker image. .yaml. It has to be YAML file. As you can see, you have here an icon, and it's the same icon from the GitHub Actions extension. So Visual Studio Code recognizes this flow and knows it's an action. Enter. You can open it, and I start with some basic code. I paste it. We give it a name, build and publish Docker image. You're going to see that later on the website from GitHub. It's always good practice to give it a name. You know what happened. Then on, it's the event. Workflow dispatch means we run the action manually. We have to adjust that later, but for now, workflow dispatch. And what we're going to do on a manual startup, a job. We give it a job, build and push. You can do many jobs, but you only have one, build and push. We run the build and push on Ubuntu latest. So all the steps here run on an operating system and it's Ubuntu latest. Then we have steps. You're going to see that later. We have many steps. But the first step is uses, actions, checkout. Checkout checks the code on our GitHub repository. I can show you that. Browser, actions, checkout. See, it's on actions on GitHub. And you see the latest is version 4. If you want more information, you can find it here. We go back to Visual Studio Code and save our action. You see, we have one unsaved file. We do Control S, save it, okay, save it, okay. And then we go to source control and an uncommitted the Docker image.yaml on here the main branch. So create action. Okay, commit and sync to GitHub. Okay, we go back to our browser, go to our repository. See, we have here GitHub workflows. Open it, the Docker image, open it, and we have our action. The action is not yet complete, but it's a starting point. If we select the GitHub Actions extension, you see we have one workflow. I'm going to add the rest of the commands. Copy it. We have name, build and push image. This one you can choose what you want. And we run multiple lines. It means multiple lines. The first line is Docker login. We log in to the GitHub registry with username, secrets. You remember that from before this video. We have two secrets, Docker GitHub username and Docker GitHub access token. Move that a little bit so we can see access token. Then the next command is build with the dot from the local directory. Again, the address from the GitHub registry, username, and the name from the image. And as last, latest is the tag. We're going to leave that like that for the moment. And the last step is to push the image. Docker push, again, address from the registry, username, and the name from the image with the tag latest. Again, Control S to save it, and source control committed. This again. So update action. Commit and sync to GitHub. Now we can go to our browser, activate actions. You see, we have an action, build and publish Docker image. We click on it and we can run it. Run workflow, main branch, run workflow. It can take a moment before it appears. Have a little bit patient. Sometimes you see it's here. build and publish the image. Now and in progress. You see, it's running. I speed up the video and come back when the action is ready. See, the action is ready. You can click on it here, and you see all the steps. You can open that and see what's have been done. On the action, hit here, build and push. Again, see, building, pushing the image, checkout, and complete the job, cleaning up. Go up, we go to our account, go to repositories, and packages. And as you can see, we have a new package, java-hello-from-myhomelab. But it's private. You have to open it, package settings, go down, change visibility. We're going to change to public. You click on it, public, and you copy the name, copy it, and paste it here. I understand the consequences, change package visibility. Okay. Go back and refresh it, and you see the package is now public. You have here a command to pull the image from the GitHub registry, and you see we have one item latest. We can go also to GitHub, go to containers. The DockerHub not yet done. We refresh it, and you see we have java-hello-from-myhomelab. Open it. The Python hello-from-myhomelab is from a previous video. The next step, we're gonna push the image here in the action also to DockerHub. First, we need to create 2 new secrets. So we go to settings inside our Docker registry, go to secrets, variables, actions, and you see we have 2 secrets for DockerHub. GitHub, sorry. Now we create it for DockerHub. So new repository secret, DockerHub username. Here you put your username. I change that outside this video. Add secret. Okay. New repository secret. Docker GitHub access token. We change that to DockerHub access token. Here you put your token or password. Add secret. Okay. Now we have 2 for GitHub and 2 secrets for DockerHub. We change the action. Enter. Paste it. First, we log out from the GitHub repository. Then we log in with the DockerHub repository. You see, we don't need an address because DockerHub is the default. With the secret DockerHub username and password, secrets, DockerHub access token. Then we build the image dot current directory, the username from the DockerHub registry, and the image name and the latest tag. Then we push the image and log out from DockerHub. Control S to save it. Go to source control and do update action. Commit and sync changes to GitHub. Now we go to our browser. Inside the Java Hello World repository, we do actions, build and publish Docker image, and run the action. Run it in the main branch, run it. This can take some time. I speed up the video and come back when the build is successful. As you can see, we have built it and pushed it successfully. You can open that, look to it, and you see all the actions. If you look to build and push, see here, building and pushing the two images. Now we go to Visual Studio Code, containers, DockerHub, refresh it, and you see we have our image, java-hello-from-myhomelab. Open it, latest a minute ago. Also GitHub, username, java-hello-from-myhomelab. We open it, again, latest, 2 minutes ago. So our action is successful. The only thing we need to do is to change the event. If we merge from test branch to main branch, we want to run our action. We go to Explorer and edit our action. Paste the code, push, branches, main. Leave a space here, clear it. So what we do, on pushing to the main branch, we run the job. We run it also manually at the button on the GitHub page. Save it, Control S. We commit the changes, update action, commit, and sync changes. Okay. The last step is to merge the test branch to the main. We close the action, the Docker image YAML. Go to test branch. See, we have here our changed line. We go to source control, dots, checkout, main. Okay. The next step is to merge. Again, 3 dots, branch, merge from test. And the last is to push and busy, and I think it's okay. Now we can go to GitHub, go to repositories, packages, Java Hello from My Home Lab, here published less than a minute ago. We go back to containers, DockerHub, we refresh, and again Java Hello from My Home Lab, latest a few seconds ago. So everything is working fine. The last step of this video is to run these images. One from DockerHub and the one from GitHub. Therefore, we open a new terminal. Now paste the command docker run network none IT to see the console. Username, so it's first the one from DockerHub. Username, the name of the image, and latest. See, we don't need to give the address from the DockerHub repository because that's the default. Enter. Cannot find the image, we download it and we run the app. You see the extra line and one hello world. See, counter hello world. We stop it, Control C. Yes. Now I copy the second command. It's almost the same. Again, docker run network none IT to see the console. But this time we need to give the address from the repository. Different username, the name from the image, and latest. Then enter. Cannot find it, download it, and run it. Again, we see the extra line. And one hello world, two hello world, and so on. Stop it, Control C, and it's finished. This was it for today. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up. Thank you very much and see you later.